Welcome to the second hour of this week's edition of World Crisis Radio. We've been giving you the rundown on the incoming second wave of the world economic depression, a world depression of cataclysmic proportions. This time it won't be banks falling like 10 pins. It'll be banks, but above all, whole nations falling like 10 pins unless the countermeasures we recommend are taken. But let's take time out now. Let's get a rundown. We missed Bill Berg last week, but I think we have him on the line today. The goal would be to hear from the former Assistant Attorney General of Pennsylvania his an update on the organizing for that very important birth certificate march on Washington, D.C. on the Saturday of Memorial Day. Welcome, Phil.
Welcome. My pleasure to be on, and I'll give you some breaking news. We are postponing the march only because we're getting such a response from other groups that want to participate with us, and there's a conflict in some schedules, so we're postponing the march. I want everyone to stay tuned to us, to keep watching our website, obamacrimes.com. It's going to probably be rescheduled at the end of August, beginning of September, which will have the more political people more inspired after the summer, and it's going to give us time to promote this all summer. And we hope to have over 1 million people there to really put the word out and really to demand that from Obama at that point, either put up or shut up, basically put up to show that you qualify or resign from office. So I'm encouraged by the response from people, and I'm encouraged by these other groups that want to help out. And I think if we make this, rather than a small event, a huge event, I think that we can really get our message across, regardless what the courts have done by that time.
So what are you thinking, Phil? The Labor Day weekend, something like this?
Well, we're just going to check Labor Day weekend or weekend right around that time. There, you have the 9/11 groups, the 9/12 groups, so we're just going to try to get a clear date to when we have, and probably over on the west side of the Capitol, going back towards the Lincoln Memorial, so we can have plenty of room. And we're just going to plan this out. People, please don't get discouraged. We put it out on our website yesterday, and we're getting positive notes from people. Some people are a little annoyed because they've actually made plans. They have bought tickets to get to Washington, but the Amtrak is adjusting for those people. And we want actually, if we can, and we're still meeting on it, we want this to turn out to be the largest march in the history of Washington, D.C., because what has happened to us now and is ongoing is this administration, led by Obama, who's a usurper, he's a fraud, he's a phony, this is the biggest hoax against the United States of America, and now with other things, we're calling our march now the Obama Birth Certificate Eligibility Obamacare March on Washington, because Obamacare is unconstitutional. They're trying to tell people what to do, that they must purchase something which is unconstitutional. It's never done before. And also because of the status of Obama, everything he has done is voidable. So, people are talking about, and we're appealing also out to the Tea Party groups. Some of the leaders of the Tea Party groups are trying to take over these groups for different purposes. We have no purpose other than enforcing the U.S. Constitution. And we're encouraged by the people here, and more and more people, we want everyone to join us. The basic issue really is this. If you're upset with Obama for any reason, it falls back on us because we are the leaders as far as the situation that Obama is a phony. Obama does not belong in office. He's a usurper. Therefore, if your issue is taxation, if your issue is health care, whatever your issue is, it falls back on our issue, because if we are correct, and I'm sure we are, that Obama is a fraud and a phony, then everything he has done after that is voidable. Even Reverend Manning is starting a trial next week in New York City, going into the birth certificate issue and going into the issue of Obama being a CIA agent, Obama not going to Columbia University. I'm going to be participating initially at the beginning of the trial as one of the prosecutors in the case, and I will be handling the issue of the birth certificate issue. So we're curious, number one, if the national media picks it up, which we doubt, but it's still going to be promoted throughout the Internet, and this is just another step in the right direction the Arizona legislature, which the House out there passed legislation stating that anyone running for president as of 2012 must show their birth certificate, must show they're constitutionally qualified to be president. We're waiting for the Senate of Arizona to do that, and we're waiting for other states to do it. And it's interesting that Congressman Posey from Florida introduced legislation at the federal level, and he has about 8 to 10 co-sponsors, all Republicans. Not one Democrat has joined, stating that as of 2012 you must show that you're constitutionally qualified to be president. Why haven't the Democrats joined on? You know why they haven't? They haven't joined because they know that Obama's a fraud. They know Obama's a phony. If not, that legislation should pass 1, 2, 3. So we're continuing our efforts. Right now our goal is to raise money. We found out that it was more costly than we thought. We want to advertise this across the country. Also, we need equipment on the grounds down there in Washington. So our goal right now is to raise $50,000. Whatever people can afford. If you can afford $1, fine. If you can afford $10,000, fine. But if everyone could send us $1, we'll get there. We're going to go there no matter if we raise the money or not. But we really want the cooperation of the entire public, because when the public realizes it, your listeners know, but spread the word, when the public realizes that Obama has not shown anything to prove he's constitutionally qualified, not even his long-form birth certificate, and every one of your listeners out there must show a birth certificate between 1 and 10 times in their lifetime. You need it to register your child for Little League. You need it for a passport. You need it in various states for different reasons, for baptism or college entrance, for marriages. So many things you need it for jobs. I believe you can't even get a job in the Obama administration if you don't show a birth certificate, yet alone he won't show one. And remember what Obama stated when he ran for office. He stated that his administration was going to be the most open, transparent administration around. Well, how can it be open and transparent when he won't even show he's constitutionally qualified to be president? And the reason he hasn't shown it, he can't. He cannot show it because he was born in what's now Kenya, Africa. He was born in Mombasa. Also, we have his step-grandmother, Sarah Obama, who states she was in the hospital there in Mombasa when he was born, August 4th, 1961. We have an expert who states that the document that Obama put forth, a certification of live birth, had been altered, therefore was invalid. There are so many factors against Obama, and now that he's going down in the polls because he's not the person that he ran on, he's not the candidate of change, which he talked about, and part of that, which I think I've expressed before, I think perhaps he's being blackmailed internally by folks in the United States of America. But if not, whatever he's doing, he's not the candidate that people wanted, were inspired by, and stated to be candidate of change for good things. Obama is basically stepping all over the Constitution. It's our most important document. It must be followed. So right now we're setting up, we'll have a date shortly of the new date, but we want everyone's cooperation with this. Support us, send us some money, send it out to your friends. Also, we have a flyer which you can download and give out to people. Even though right now it says the date continued, it gives reasons for people to understand. There's some points on there that says that he was born in Africa. It also states that he was adopted in Indonesia. It also states that Obamacare is unconstitutional. So if we can get the word out to people and more people can keep looking at our website, which is obamacrimes.com, we will get the number of people in this country. We will stand firm. We will be able to, I believe, force Obama from office.
Bill, I think we also had this White House Correspondents' Dinner last Saturday night, and I think there were some references to this theme. I can't remember quite exactly what it was, but this is never far away now.
I didn't see the transcript yet, but several times Obama even referred to, he's making a joke out of his birth certificate. It is no joking matter. If you don't have a birth certificate in most places, you will not get a job. So it's not a joke, it's not phony, and I think what we're looking for is, and I keep saying I'll put out the press release, but I talk about it, we're looking for the deep throat of Obama. What I mean is that Nixon went down not on the break-in and Watergate. He went down.
We understand. We'll be following you. Keep us informed. We'll see you next week.
I sure will. Thank you.
Bye-bye.